Whether it's a $5 fragrance or a $500 one, there are certain fragrance rules that and by almost, I'm talking about like, yeah, every dude misses. Most guys don't understand that when you wear a fragrance, there are certain rules that men should follow to make that fragrance last longer, smell better, and not get ruined. Today, boys, I'm gonna show you these 6 fragrance rules that the next time you grab your fragrance or your cologne, I want you to apply using these rules and see how it's gonna change your life. Let's go. Number 1, and probably the most important thing, is to never apply it to your clothing. Many guys just grab the bottle of fragrance and they just like bathe themselves once they're ready to head out the door. What happens is that not only can you stain your clothing if you're wearing whites and your fragrance is colored, moreover, the clothing will seep and penetrate into the fibers of your clothes, making it hard to wash out. And what happens is that you'll do it again the next time with a different fragrance, and then again the next time with a different fragrance, till after a month or so of wearing that shirt or that jacket, it's just like a compound of 7 different fragrances that now smell a mess. So instead of clustering your perfumes like that, which could end up ruining your scent, I want you to apply it on your skin before you put your clothing on. Which takes us on to number 2. Wear for the right occasion. See, fragrance, it's like clothing, right? You wouldn't wear a t-shirt to a board meeting or a suit to hang out with friends. It just doesn't go with the occasion. Well, fragrances, it's no different. You have to find the right scent that sends the right message for the right occasion. Once you get that under the way, bro, you're gonna be unstoppable. This is why with our new fragrance line called Santa Lucia, we are making it easier than ever for you guys. We got the best oils in the world. Our stuff is made in France, and our stuff is perfumes. They're not EDPs. They're not cheap EDTs. No. Our stuff is highly concentrated perfume from France. We cut no corners, but more importantly than that, we made it easy. See, our fragrance collection comes in 3. You can buy one, but what I recommend is buy the whole set, where all 3 give you what you need for your entire life. See, we have the love fragrance, which we call Come Closer. We have our boss fragrance, or our work fragrance, that we call To Conquering. This is for the guy that's the CEO of his own life. And then finally, we have our everyday fragrance, which we literally call Every Day. When you get all 3 lined up in your vanity and you collect all 3 scents, basically it reads, come closer to conquering every day. Bro, the branding is genius. And the reason we did that is that when you complete all 3 fragrances, you have all 3 things that you need to get closer to conquering every day. We worked over a year on this stuff. And just how the branding is amazing, the scent, it will blow you away. Matter of fact, this stuff competes with the quality of Kilian, with Creed. Our goal was to compete at that level of quality, but I want it drastically more affordable. And this fragrance line is launching April 10th. Now, the reason I'm starting to tell you right now is because I want you to grab your phone and put a reminder on your phone for April 10th, 10 a.m. Eastern. Last time we dropped our fragrance, which was our Assure fragrance, that was in 2019, and that was a regular EDP. That sold out within about 2-3 hours. It's been over a year since we developed these new fragrances, because fragrances are hard to develop. See, you go through so much sampling and so much inspiration. There's so many notes, and to narrow it down to the right notes for each one, it takes a while. This batch, it's probably gonna fly, and once it's sold out, it's gonna be a while until we come out with our next batch. I don't want my boys to miss this, which takes us on to number 3. I want you to use the 5-point system. See, when you apply fragrance, most guys don't know how to apply fragrance. The easiest way, I use the 5-point system. See, you wanna do 1 spray on each side of the neck, 1 spray on each wrist, and finally 1 spray on the back of the neck. This creates what I like to call the sexy bubble. This is a bubble, imagine like an imaginary bubble around you where everywhere you walk, it just follows you. And it's like this perfect aura. And anybody that steps into that bubble won't want to leave that bubble because it smells so good. Moreover, you are applying it strategically into heat points on your body. So as your body warms up throughout the day, guess what happens? That bubble expands and it gets stronger. Use this 5-point system and just watch. 5 hours into your day, you're still gonna be able to smell that powerful scent. Which takes us on to number 4, never rub your fragrance. A lot of people have the tendency where they'll apply the fragrance and then they'll rub it in. You're basically destroying notes. See, fragrances are made of multiple notes. You have your top notes, your mid notes, and your base notes. And the beauty of a fragrance is that as you go on through your day, notes start to disappear. So as you go on, within the first hour, the top notes disappear and the mid notes come out. And then the mid notes disappear and then the base notes come out at the end of the day. So basically, it's like your fragrance evolves with you through the day. What happens is that when you apply and rub, you're basically destroying some of those notes, so you're not getting the full gist of that fragrance. You ruined it out the gate, which is why you should never rub your fragrance. Number 5, less is more. And honestly, this applies to everything: clothing, women, friends, but it also applies to fragrance. See, most guys create this literal fragrance bubble and they step through it thinking that this is genius. No, you're literally intoxicating people. Borderline chloroform on a napkin type of intoxication. That's what's gonna happen to this chick. You're gonna knock her out. And finally, number 6, I want you to layer it. And not on your clothing. See, I want you to layer it on different parts. I have this thing called a hair fragrance spray. It comes from a fragrance brand called Byredo. So I have the Byredo fragrance, but they also make a hairspray for it. I bought this thing and honestly, it's changed my life. See, the cool part is that you apply the fragrance on your body, but then you grab the hairspray once you're done styling your hair and apply a little bit of it on. Now you've layered your fragrance and the smell, it's like magnified. And if you ever get lucky and you're out there making out and this girl smells your hair, how good it smells, I promise you, she's not gonna wanna stop. Boys, these are 6 fragrance rules every man should follow that I guarantee you probably never heard of. But once you do, it's gonna change your life. That's it from me today, boys. Like I said, our new Santa Lucia line drops April 10th. I don't want you to miss it. That's it from me today. See you next time.